Literally just like a fucking really different take. The racism stuff is that they're just jumping on it because it's like one easy way to, you know, immediately fucking say this person is a bad person. That's it.
Because they just go like, yeah, I said it, because they're still saying it. They don't care. They use this against people who they know are not racist so that they have to defend themselves as not racist. They wouldn't use it against an actual racist. This is not a mode of attack that would be used. Yeah. Let's talk about Joe Rogan. This is something that obviously happened this weekend, but I think some people have missed the mark. I'm not going to lie. I was upset.
Yes.
I was angry with Joe as well. And I'll explain to you why. I'm more angry, of course, with the people who've tried to, I hate to use the term cancel culture, but the people who've tried to destroy his life and his livelihood. Now, Joe Rogan is bigger than them, so good for him. It shouldn't affect him. I hope he understands the power that he has. Unfortunately, he's caved a little bit, and that makes it harder for everybody else. And I have a lot of respect for Joe. I think he's a good guy. I've spent some time with him. So it's always hard for me, just full disclosure.
This is so weird. He's mad because Joe Rogan apologized for saying the N-word, like, and changed his behavior. That's so fucked up. Like, that's so fucking stupid, dude. That he literally, Joe Rogan is like actually saying, that's why I get mad at people. That's why I get mad at people who are like, oh, fuck you, Hasan. You know, we need to fucking rip into him further. It's like, dude, what do you mean? He like stopped doing it. He did it before, recognized it as wrong, and stopped doing it. Just because it came late does not change the reality that it stopped. What do you want? And he apologized for it. I don't know.
Disclosure to be objective when I know somebody. So Joe Rogan has, gotten in trouble. Last week it was about COVID misinformation. And do you know how you know that it wasn't about COVID misinformation? Because when that didn't work, now they decided they're going to, oh, you know what? Actually, look, he's also racist. Someone put together a montage out of context of Joe Rogan having said the N-word. In case you guys have missed it, and you must be living under a rock at this point, or, or just hiding out from your home like Stelter. What's going on? If he emerges, there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter of street fairs.
6 more weeks of gay pride festivals.
Yes.
Hot dog eating contests.
Oh my gosh, he just has that tape of Kobayashi on a loop like a morphine drip.
He loves it. I'm just training.
So here is Joe Rogan, the hit piece that they put together.
He apologized because he had to. Is stupid because like he stopped doing it. Like you're silly. Like that's so silly. Like I have videos on the internet where I was transphobic. What's up? Do you think I'm still transphobic? You know what I mean? People, right wingers constantly use that against me. They'd be like, look at him. And then not a single trans person looks at that and goes, yeah, this guy is actually still transphobic. You know what I mean? It's something that I'm open about too. And it's really fucking stupid. Some people do. Yeah, but those people are fucking stupid. Those people are brain dead, okay? And they find the truth about me being an LGBT enemy, a foe to the LGBT.
Steven Crowder is kind of a joke, bro.
But did you get punishment for being transphobic? No. No, why would I get punishment for being transphobic? Society's transphobic as fuck. Hello? You live on the planet? Like, what do you mean? Who's gonna fucking punish me?
The difference is you are now an ally. We can say that Joe has been an ally to black people considering who he has on his show consistently.
No, that's why I said Joe's not like as racist as he was. Anyway, let's continue.
Together, which really, if you look at every clip individually, is not a hit piece of him saying the N-word over the last 12 plus years.
nigger. You've already said nigger. D is just like nigger. Saying nigger, she's calling you a nigger. It's like this boy that he's a nigger, but starts calling them niggers. Word nigger. There should be a...
God damn, bro. Why'd they put the whole video in here? Jesus Christ. Actually, I do know why they put the whole video in here. Yeah, I know. I know why they put the whole video in here. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Nigger or nigger. Say nigger and you couldn't
watch
say nigger.
This
and
tape
nigger.
was already out, I think.
No, they added to it, but you can watch all those right away. When I watch, I go, oh, that's him quoting a Chris Rock routine. Oh, that's him telling a story about a racist who called someone an N-word. Oh, I know that where he's talking.
Stephen Crowder's like, I know all the times that Joe Rogan has said the N-word specifically. He's like, come on. Oh, dude, yeah. I know all of his top N-word moments. That's so weird, dude. What the fuck? Anyway, listen. The Young Turks used to say the N-word too, in context, like when they're reading out a quote. And they don't anymore. Why don't they? Because obviously it can get weaponized, and also it's fucking, it's like triggering to hear. You understand? Now, Joe Rogan, probably not to the same degree as TYT, because, and also most likely wasn't doing anti-racist agitated propaganda while reading the N-word, has also come to a similar fucking conclusion. Okay? That's it. That's the point.
About, hey, how this word is different in the English language. Here's the thing.
Oh, I thought he was ordering coffee.
Yes.
Oh, you mean this was out of context? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I thought he was saying goodnight to his kids.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
so strange. It's almost like they did it on purpose to make him look bad.
It's almost like that, yeah. And they want you to think. Here's what it is, though, too. It's not that they think he's a racist. Look, they don't think that Joe Rogan is a racist, because you know who wouldn't be upset by this? An actual racist. You're not going to use this against a Robert Byrd type, because they just go like, yeah, I said it, because they're still saying it. They don't care. They use this against people who they know are not racist, so that they have to defend themselves as not racist. They wouldn't use it against an actual racist. This is not a mode of attack that would be used.
Yeah.
What?
Against someone like whoever, a David Duke, a Robert Byrd, someone who was actually in the Klan. They wouldn't use it. When you see this line of attack, you know that it is exclusively used against someone who they know is not.
Dude, I love this. I love this so much. Dude, it's my favorite type of fucking take, because it's like, it's my favorite type of take because Steven Crowder loves saying the only racist people are in the Klan. Like, the only racist people are in the Klan, and they're only racist while they're doing a lynching. And they're only racist if they're doing a lynching and they're saying the N-word at that moment. Okay? And they're only racist while they're in the process of saying the N-word. So when the word is over, they're no longer racist. So if you caught them there, it's like, okay, you got one. No other circumstances, though.
Racist, because that person will be forced into defending themselves as not being a racist. Now, Joe Rogan issued an apology with which I strongly disagree.
Yeah.
And I'll explain to you why. I think it was very thoughtful, though, and I think the way that he delivered the apology was as well delivered as an ill-advised apology like this could be delivered. But for people who missed it, he posted this on his Instagram, and we'll have, of course, links to all the full clips, ladoscutter.com, with the sources, the references. Here's Joe Rogan's apology.
Hello, friends. I'm making this video to talk about
Is that a turtleneck or no neck?
Regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks f***ing horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that
That's
word.
wrong. Most people
Never
don't
mind
think that.
publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now.
What?
I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation instead of
Wait, Steven Crowder said what? What did he say?
podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation instead of saying the N word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. Like that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s and how times have changed so much since then. Or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums.
Actually, two albums.
I do hope that this can be a teachable moment.
Part 1 and 2.
For anybody that doesn't realize how offensive that word can be coming out of a white person's mouth in context or out of context.
Well, this part of the apology is good, dude. I said this before, like, it's good. I mean, it's not for me to accept or fucking say anything, but as someone who has covered this sort of stuff a lot, because I'm not a black person, obviously. So, you know, it is a heartfelt and good apology. That's why there's like black chatters in this community that were like, it's definitely better than anything I've heard from white people. I know the fucking bar is low, but it does seem heartfelt, you know? Like it doesn't, I don't know how to describe it other than like.
Hi chat.
Anyway.
My sincere and humble apologies. I wish there was more that I could say, but all of this is just me talking from the bottom of my heart. It makes me sick watching that video.
And there was also something about a Planet of the Apes joke that he made where he, you know,
which I mean, in fairness, he was on Ambien and they're going to overdose him. And then next season, his show is just going to be called The Rogans with John Goodman.
Yes. Surprise cameo from Whoopi. It's not about race.
Well, and
I think genuinely, I understand what he's saying. I genuinely do. But I just feel that this shows that it's being, you know, this is being forced. I feel, I don't know, I just feel like it's being forced to make you feel this way.
Right.
Yeah.
They want you to believe that this is how you feel.
Yeah. And I don't agree with it.
Wait. Or maybe he's genuine. Like, what the fuck? Or maybe he's literally like, yeah, it was fucking weird, which is why he doesn't do it anymore. Why is it so hard? Like, there is this tendency among the left that I fucking absolutely despise when people are like, you are not capable of fucking changing. You're a bad person and you stay a bad person, okay? Leftists do this all the time, liberals specifically do this all the time, but leftists do that as well. And it's very fucking frustrating and it's very annoying, okay? But that's exactly what Steven Crowder is doing here, which is like, no, you are literally not allowed to feel bad for openly using the fucking N-word. Like regularly and doing like racist ass fucking jokes about black people being like apes. Like you're not allowed to feel bad about that. You can't. You shouldn't feel bad about that. That's so it's such a self-report, dude. Shut the fuck up. Like he should feel bad about that. And it's good that he does. And it's good that he fucking like has moved on. I'm just hyper focusing on one aspect of the Joe Rogan cancellation when we're talking about
4 months being based PogChamp.
the specific aspect of the Joe Rogan cancellation that reveals on like that revolves around the N-word stuff. Only one who's called out though, not true. Not true. Not fucking true at all. That's not even remotely true at all. It's not like, bro, all the fucking clips that you have of him saying the N-word is when he had hair. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So why did he stop? Did he just forget? Did the word get like? I don't know if he has actually addressed it in the past, but like, you're crazy. You're nuts. Like, people should be allowed to quietly change their ways, okay? I think. Because he knows he'll get criticized, he doesn't actually think it's wrong. You're a dumbass. Wait, what? You think Joe Rogan doesn't think it's wrong to say the N-word? Then why did he stop? Because he thinks he's going to get criticized? You think he didn't think he was going to get criticized like 12 years ago, but stopped magically? What are you talking about? Like, why are you acting like you know his thoughts? You only have the capacity to fucking see what he's saying. And this isn't even like, dude, I'm not even running defense for Joe Rogan, but this is the one aspect of it that's like really stupid. And it makes the left look stupid. It does. We live in a racist, white supremacist, transphobic, homophobic, bigoted society. And that, of course, has staying power in the social conditioning of the average human being that never really thinks about it, especially if they are blinded by their own personal privilege, okay? You're a fucking cishet white dude, like, holy shit, why the fuck would you ever think about any of this stuff? Why would you ever think about the intersectionality of hate? You're at the top of that, on that hierarchy, okay? Especially then, on top of that, if your class position changes dramatically too, you would never, ever, ever think about that, ever. So when someone does actually think about that and changes their behavior, whether it's quiet or whether it's public, like, that's a good thing. Yelling at people and trying to find nefarious intent on top of that is fucking weird. And it's really stupid. Wait, hold on. You're wrong. Some of the clips are 2019, 2018. He never addressed it. It's like you never talking about your past transphobia and never being an ally and just apologizing now. What the fuck? The difference, you addressed it and have been an ally. He just happens to not say it since he moved to Spotify. Wait, what? No, that's not true. That's not true. If we're talking about his transphobia, he's still transphobic. If we're talking about COVID misinformation, he's still spreading COVID misinformation. But as far as like, racist shit, as far as him talking about racist shit, no, he's not. That's not true. He hasn't said it in years and years and years. Anyway, let's continue.
Say what you, and then I have something I want to.
No, that's it.
I want to say.
Yeah, I don't understand why saying it coming out of a white person's mouth. Well, it doesn't matter whose mouth it comes out of.
Let me say it this way.
I think you do.
I disagree with. I would say the inverse is true. That the only time it should be considered completely impermissible is if you are using it in a racist context.
Yeah.
Bro, why doesn't he use it then? Use it, pussy. Say it.
Love from Dallas.
So that's, here's one thing. I want to hear him say it then. But God, white people defending the usage of the N-word is so fucking annoying, so played out, so boring. Just like, come on, can we get past it? I think being quietly allowed to change is all fine and good. It's not great to focus pulling on together dirt on random celebrities, but if someone brings it up, you should probably just apologize. I mean, he did. He did apologize. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, he already did that. Not only did he stop, it's so funny that we're literally watching a guy be like, this comes across as Joe Rogan isn't as racist as we thought he was, and that sucks. He should be openly and even more racist like we are. That's exactly on the money. That's what Steven Crowder is doing here. And we're watching someone on the right criticize Joe Rogan for not like standing loudly and proudly and you know, continuing to say the N-word instead of stopping like he did on his own like fucking years ago. And you're still looking at that and going, no, it doesn't matter. He probably still says it. He probably still thinks it. It's like, come on, bro. Be normal. Be normal.
Calling someone the N-word. If you're quoting somebody, if you're quoting a Richard Pryor album, I don't think so. He actually, the name of the album, he said that he named these albums to screw with white people. He wanted to make them uncomfortable. Who am I to rename his art? Who am I to sing along with Tupac or sing along in my car with Kanye and say, N-word? This is something, it's almost offensive to the artist.
Say it. Say it. Come on, pussy, say it. Yo, why is he not saying it? What a pussy. Come on, dude, it's contextual. Say it. My man said it's actually offensive not to say it. I love that. I want him to say it on camera, contextually appropriate situation where he says it.
Because this is something that's meant to be consumed by many people. There's a huge difference between the context of quoting somebody or the context of actually being supportive of a black person's art and the context of using it to deliberately insult somebody. And by the way, my entire life, I have never once heard a white person say it in its racist context outside of one time at a Bob Evans in Virginia, and I told you I was incredibly surprised because it was that abnormal. Let me just say this about Joe Rogan here. His Planet of the Apes joke that he made. Okay. Now, I've been on Joe Rogan's show a bunch of times, and I've been talking about this for a long time. Keep in mind, I've been dropped by managers back in 2009, agents. I had problems with meetings at people at Viacom. And I remember saying, look, this is what's happening. They're going to come for you. And so many people who were on this show, and even I think the first time I appeared on Joe Rogan saying, no, not with comedy. Comedy is the last bastion. It's different. So they didn't believe it. Joe Rogan was imprudent back then to make his Planet of the Apes comment joke, not because the joke is impermissible, not because the joke is that offensive, not because anything he said was offensive, but he was imprudent because he thought they wouldn't come for him. He said that. Yeah. He said that before. They always will come for you. And now I believe he is wrong to apologize because that's done under the guise that they have any.
Steven Crowder lies all the time. Obviously. But I have never heard him lie as aggressively as this very moment on the broadcast where he said he's only heard a white guy say the N-word once in a hateful manner. This is like denying that the sky is above us. Okay? Like, it's just... It's actually fucking psychotic. Did Bree Newsom Bass subtweet you? I don't know. She fucking talks about me from time to time. Listen. It's fuck it, okay? I don't understand that it doesn't matter. The context is bad in general. Oh, yeah, this was incredible. Yeah, I saw this. Comedians does not sign up to be your hero. It's our job to be irreverent and dangerous, to question authority and take you through spooky mental haunted house so you can arrive at your own conclusions. Stay focused on the people we pay taxes to be the moral leaders. Mark Maron, maybe add funny to be funny to list.
13 months.
That's it. That's what comedians are supposed to do. Okay? Just be funny, dude. Be funny, stupid. I mean, it's true. It's true. It's so fucking annoying. I hate it. I've talked about cancel culture before, about how like cancel culture has ruined comedy, but not in the way that you think it's ruined comedy. It's not like the fucking cancellations have made people fearful to like test out material or whatever. It's actually that all material is about how cancel culture ruined comedy. Everything is like hacky as fuck now. Everything is literally just like, oh god, cancel culture, cancel culture, cancel culture. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. You're supposed to be funny, funny man and funny woman. Okay? Be funny. Everyone's out there doing a fucking TED talk. It's like so sanctimonious. So frustrating. It sucks. It sucks.
American comedy, yeah.
But be funny to whom? Humor is not universal. Some people think farts are inherently fun. I mean, I said this already. Yes, humor is subjective, okay? There aren't well-defined and well-established rules about what is funny. A good rule of thumb is to punch up rather than punch down. But, having said all that,
hassle.
You know what's not funny? Sanctimonious attitudes, okay? You know what's not fucking funny? Validation seeking in your comedy. At a point, you're substituting laughter for this. And the moment that you start substituting laughter for this, it becomes much easier for you to just start looking for the most hacky bits. That's why Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest fucking comedians of our generation, got away with saying, I'm Team Turf. That's not even a joke. Like, that's not even a joke. He's, oh, I'm Team Turf. That's this. That's a TED Talk. You're doing a TED Talk. And the worst thing that you can fucking do is, as a comedian, the worst thing you can do, in my opinion, is not fucking racist material. Get mad at me all you want. Is not bigoted material. Worst thing you do as a comedian is a TED Talk. Straight up. Okay? One way or the other, it's like literally the lowest of low. People constantly fucking think that comedy is supposed to like show your attitude, your real world view. Like, that's not true. It's okay, it's not. All you do is a TED Talk. Yes, but I'm not a comedian, you fucking idiot. I'm a political commentator. I wish I was naturally funny. I wish I could be a fucking comedian. I'm not, though. Okay?
Marx once said, if you
so
can't
yeah,
write it yourself, let me do it for you.
You're right.
Groucho Marx, not Carl.
I'm not a comic. Here's a TikTok about you from like 3 days ago.
Addressing comments like these, I don't think Hasan Piker is racist. I do think that he has